Morning, everyone. We woke up to quite the little shower this morning. It's clearing, but it's plenty wet out here, and yeah. Let's see how much we got, because we do still have the rain gauge out. I guess it's out for the year now. We have a ½ inch of rain. So it was, like I said, it was a significant shower. I wouldn't rule out the chance of a bit more, but I don't think it'll be tons. Big piece of maple. This is what the squirrels do. They go up in the tree, this one right here, and they chew on the maple seed pods and chew the branches off. It doesn't seem to hurt the tree, and they did it last year and the year before too, and yeah. Hopefully all my Japanese maple babies are good this morning. Hi, Stripe. But yesterday morning was a rude awakening out here. Hi, Tux. Be back to see you in just a minute. Well, this guy still has the leaves after the initial round of, I'm sure it'll be fine. It was just, it'll have to put out some new leaves, and it's a little bit of a setback. But hey, on a positive note, they didn't eat the oak leaf hydrangea, because over here in this corner, that's the one they usually eat. I guess I did too good of a job of protecting it now. Not really, but you get the idea. Because even that doesn't keep the deer out. The holes are too big and they just eat it anyway. I did take some cuttings from the Japanese maple in the front yard yesterday and put some Rutone on them and just stuck them in this pot and watered them. This is not one of the ones that has to be grafted to the bottom. This one will actually, if you cut it, it'll grow. So we'll see what that'll do. We'll see what that will do. There are a few dogwood flowers on this tree. It's just a really old dogwood, and it's just not doing as well as it did when it was young, and we've lost part of it. But there are some beautiful blooms here. Since it's doing its thing, let's say thank you and come and check out the bloom. I appreciate you flowering any flowers you're willing to give us. Oh, there comes the sun. Unfortunately, you can see there the stilt grass starting to do its thing. So I gotten the first round of weeds, but you know, Donna and I will have to be out here multiple more times this year to try to keep the weeds down in this area. We knew that last year when we cleared it out. Good morning, buddy. Boy, you got a little bit of a mess going on here today. Let's hope there aren't any surprises inside the rug. Normally, it's just him playing with the rug. He lays down and it's fun. And he has, you know, attacks it. But sometimes there have a time or two been presents in the rug. Alright, his area is all cleaned up. Nothing startling this morning. Hi, Stripe. Oh, it is possible that there's one spot of that maple tree that they chewed a few limbs onto. I can't tell for sure from here, but the top part of it's good, but in the very left side maybe. Don's tree's touching the ground. He tried to tell me last year we need to trim it. I might take 6 inches off the bottom of it so I can get under it better with the mower. We'll see. I'll consider it. Yeah, this is the one I took the clippings off of. Yeah, I imagine as soon as there's a lot more things opened up that the deer like, then the couple of really pretty little trees out in the middle of the yard won't be of such interest. But who knows? I think I've decided 100% after this blooms, and it does look like it's going to bloom nicely, that maybe I'm going to cut it back and let it restart its growth journey. I almost did it last year, but last year it didn't bloom good. I'm seeing a lot more blooms on it this year. Don's on a conference call, so I'm not having to rush this morning. He had a demo, a demo today, and he said if all goes well, we can walk after the demo. Hi. Hi. Here you go. Good morning. Thanks for the help, baby girl. Poor Don's been on a conference call for 2.5 hours now. I think it's going okay. I'm going to pick back up here where I left off. Hopefully he'll come up for air for our walk here sometime this morning. I am missing this part that needs to tie these down in white, and by the end of the day today I'm going to order whatever I need. I should know for sure, be able to order. Unfortunately, it looks like I can't get everything from one spot, but hopefully 2 spots. Don took a break to help me with the filament. I appreciate him handling that. I'm sure I could figure it out. I know I could figure it out, but I appreciate him handling it. So, I have told it by hitting the number 3 to go to AMS 3. These are synced with the colors on our AMS. And, you know, when I slice it, it shows the outer walls, inner walls, any supports. It's colorized it for a reason, and orange is outer wall. And I'm going to run out. I feel sure it said it was going to be about 10 meters on that screen. Let me just go back to that screen for a minute. It told me, yeah, 10.9 meters, 30 grams. And I'm going to guess that I don't have that much left on the spool. Let me go show you. Hi guys. Hello. I don't know if we're getting more rain or not. Obviously the squirrels have been busy chewing the maple tree. Not my good maple tree though. And it's a little windy out here. Looking at temps of 38 Friday night and 36 Saturday night. I have to keep my eye on it. Saturday's the concern. It won't be cloudy. It'll be super clear. It takes about 8 minutes every time for it to heat things up, auto level, and start. But anyway, I'm not going to reopen it back up. You can see there's barely anything on this roll. So my hope is it's going to pop up and say, you ran out of filament, and let me switch over to this roll. And I guess hope that the color change between 2 different brands of white, because you know how color change can be, that it won't, it'll still look good. Now, if it was this is a bamboo spool, this is not. See, this is cardboard with the rings we printed. But this one is bamboo and has an RFID. If I had 2 of the exact same color bamboos, it would switch from one to the other automatically, or it's supposed to. But I'm thinking it's going to pop up and say, would you like me to use another color or another spool in the AMS to finish the project, in which case I'm going to pick this one. And we'll see, we'll learn something today. Is that Ruby? Yeah, you know why? Because it's 11:25 now and she's charging and she's warm. And the fan's not on super high, but the fan is on because she's charging. All right, I was like, wait a minute, where is that fan noise coming from? Because you know how sound averse I am. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, she's just over here throbbing her little heart out. Because remember, right now, 11 to 4 is when Duke wants us to charge. Or wants to provide electricity at a discount, so it makes more sense for us to charge. Or however we want to look at that. Wow, she did the little contactor clunky thing up there and everything too. I am going to print a Lego minifigure skeleton on the white from AMS2, the good bamboo stuff. Solid color though, so it doesn't matter as much. I'm not switching colors. Maybe for the head gets some black paint or black filament on the face for the skeleton. Anyway, I decided I'm not waiting until Halloween, and I really want to print this thing. And so after this bunny thing prints, which is like an hour, I'm going to switch to starting skeleton parts. I almost bought one last year that somebody else printed, or a year or two ago. I've wanted it for a while. It's not a new thing. And I have a feeling if it works well and prints well and all of that stuff, that some people over in Willow Springs, i.e. Michelle and family, Connor, are going to want one too. So we'll see how it goes. I ran back to the house to get the camera. The filament ran out like I thought. And the only option it gave me, which I'll put up a screenshot of it, was to put another spool in the same slot. So we had loaded the white on the left thinking it might allow me to choose another AMS port. It didn't offer that. Again, if they were both bamboo spools, it just would have fallen over to the same color on the other spools. So anyway, this white does fine as long as we don't have to change filament colors. This reel is warped a little bit, so. But Don's going to load it up, and with any luck, it'll finish the little rabbit foot. I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained on that little bit of filament I had left, so. Once it starts doing its thing, which has probably got to preheat again, it should be okay. Alright, it did pick right back up, and hopefully there won't be enough color difference in the white for it to matter. Well, the short answer is that you can definitely tell the difference between the two filaments, and I would have to say that the Duramic PLA, for the purposes of the bunny rabbit foot, which is what I printed all of them with, looks a lot better. So I'm going to start the skeleton, but the skeleton's going to be using the bamboo white, which is yet a third white. If we just look at it from this side, we're in good shape. I have most of the rest of the border ready to snap on, but I'm waiting on a few parts, and it'd just be easier to get the parts and then snap it on. So you can see proof of concept. Here's where I'm missing a sticker. I will look to see if there's any other round pre-stickered thing that would look good there. It's supposed to be a gold mirror, gold tone mirror. There's also stickers that go here, but I decided every other one, this gold flower looking thing would be nice, and I am happy with that, so that's good. And then, you know, I didn't look, but I don't know, I'll have to think about that. So, you know, I still need a ticket booth and a little fencing and some flowers and a tree and an entrance stand and, you know, basically the frontage. But I did pull out a bunch of minifigures, including a scouting troop. There's 3 kids and the scout leader. And she has a camera and long brown hair, so I'll let you infer there. And then one other child up here. So, the other place where the set has stickers is in the inside there, where it's just white. And I don't really care about that so much. But maybe something here other than white, I don't know. It's probably going to stay the way it is. Going to stop for now. There is a ticket booth with the set that you're supposed to build that I skipped over because that was the very first thing. And I was just ready to go. I might work on that, or building a tree or some shrubs or something a little later. You guys might remember how I did the Christmas tree with the train that went around it. It had fencing and flowers. This would be something similar. Hi, buddy. Yeah, that's just how much maple tree stuff is coming down today. He's napping and it's falling on him. There's Morris in the cat hotel chair. He was, well, I guess Marty was up by Stripe. I don't think Stripe has moved the entire day, and it's after 4 p.m. And here's Marty, and he's kind of come around and gone around a little bit. I am headed to South Park to walk for a few minutes and do my pogo. Dawn just is not gonna get away today. I totally understand. I was having fun with my printing stuff, and now I went ready to take a break. Well, there is the skeleton torso. There are 8 separate prints to do for this. I did see that he recommended using a non-textured plate, which I'm using textured, but it didn't have to do with how it looked. It had to do with fitting it together, but I'm sure we can make it work. Anyway, it's looking good. I guess, you know, so far I'm happy with that white. It looks like a true white. I have not seen Gypsy today or yesterday. I did see him once or twice after Stripe chased him in the yard, but not up on the front porch. You know, I know if he's been here or not, whether I see him on the camera or not, because the moist, wet food bowl on the front porch will be totally empty, like licked clean. And he's the only one that does that. So I'm a little disappointed that it hasn't come around in the yard even the last couple days, and I have not seen Spot again. But of course I went, you know, for a long time and didn't see Gypsy, so one day he may just show up. Yep, still plenty of water down there in the creek. I'm noticing this dogwood tree here normally would have been blooming, but the close one here has pretty much died back. It's sad. It's happened to a lot of the dogwoods across the state. It is the state flower. This is second one here is the one that's been looking so pretty from the front porch, and it's, you know, I wouldn't say it looks great, but it's blooming on almost all its branches, so I'll take it. And I'm just going out, you know, slow and careful today, just in case Gypsy was around. I should have brought the 70D because I need to try to catch the pileated woodpecker on this, you know, a better shot on this tree. Coming out and sitting in Ruby and just sitting with the camera pointing might be a good position to catch him. I just heard the wind buffet the car, and I'm like, really? I'm gonna get out there and walk around over here? Well, I am, but I won't be doing a lot of recording outside the car because it's just that windy again. And if you wanted to know, it's 72. Also, I meant to mention this yesterday in Tesla news, but Rohan Patel from Tesla had responded to somebody on X saying that for a small percent of the S and X fleet, about 3%, they aren't able to roll out V12 yet because they're still doing testing and making sure everything is okay, and the hardware is a little different, which I scratched my head because I thought that Ruby and Jules had the same hardware, had the same autopilot chip and cameras after Ruby was upgraded. We even have the newer MCU in Ruby and everything. But I don't know for sure Ruby's in that 3%, but I'm thinking that she is. I know Adam's 2020 Raven X doesn't have V12 yet, and Ruby doesn't. That's all I really know is two, you know, a data point of 2, and then Rohan's tweet on X about it. But he said they're working on it. Didn't say it wasn't coming, just said, sorry, you know, we're doing due diligence. We know you guys have been here with us from the beginning. We're not leaving you behind. It's just taken us a little longer. And so I responded back that knowledge equals patience for me. So if they say they're working on it, then they need a little more time. I'm good with that. Totally good with it. Now, wondering why Ruby hasn't gotten it and nobody over at Tesla saying anything, that makes, you know, me wonder, speculate, conspiracy theory, not be patient, etc. So I was really happy with the tweet, even if I don't like waiting. But, you know, in my case, we have Jules, and Jules has V12, and now Jules has the latest dot release even. So, you know, it basically has a 12 and then a dot release 12. Now, what is it, dot 10? So, you know, if I want to go do version 12 stuff, I can try that out in Joules and it's no big deal. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that if there's anybody else watching driving an X that doesn't, or an S that doesn't have V12 yet, that might be why for you too. I did the pogo loop twice and got in all my Pokemon, and I just going straight back to the house. Wasn't really anything else I wanted to do, especially at 5:20. I got to think about starting dinner and all that good stuff. My Apple Watch died. The battery's not lasting long anymore, and so I don't know if I got my 30 minutes exercise counted in or not. Darn it. Well, I started with the fencing and the ticket booth, and I'm going to stop for tonight. I am going to make an entranceway here, and then shrubs down the sides, and then probably like an ice cream cart or something over here. Some sort of something in each corner. Well, the skeleton torso looks like it came out great. I am going to print the arms next. Just look at the amount of maple tree seeds. And it's still blowing. But you know what? Blowing and warm is good, and there's no frost. So I don't have to worry about that.